Andy at Muscle in the Mountains, and I'm here with my good friend Lawrence Reel and his 67 Charger. How you doing, brother?
Doing just fine.
Awesome. Good to see you today, and let's take a look at this incredible car.
Right.
Wow. That's just gorgeous. So, you've had this car for how long?
Oh, probably about 4 years.
Wow. That's just beautiful. Now, the 66s and 67s are very, well, they're similar, but they're very different from all the other Chargers, right?
Oh, yeah. They're just a few subtle differences in them. Particularly visual, you'll notice the 67 has the turn light signals on top of the fender.
Right.
You have an indicator up there also.
So that right there you won't find on a 66?
No, not unless somebody puts them on there.
Right.
You know.
Now, does it still have the chrome stripe, just not the...
Yeah, the chrome stripe
little turn light
runs all the way, yeah.
Okay. Very cool. And so what's some other difference?
Okay, if you look inside, the 66s have a full-length console that runs all the way back to the rear seat, whereas the 67 has a cutoff, and you can see the hump there.
Right.
But that's the only two visual differences that I know of.
Wow. Well, that's very subtle differences.
Right.
So you really, if you know, to spot a 67 and a 66, you really got to kind of look for them then. That's really nice though. I love this car. I mean, that's such a cool styling with the, you know, the hideaway headlights. Did all of the Chargers have that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Very cool. Love your tag on the front, brother. Thank you so much for your service.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that, and I have most of those Vietnam service tags on the rest of my cars and vehicles.
Yeah.
So.
And what's this color called?
Basically, it's just dark blue.
Really?
Dark blue metallic.
So they didn't get crazy on this one?
No craziness like up in the 69, 70s when they came out with the high impact colors.
Right. That's very cool. Wow. So this is definitely a fastback design.
Yes, that's correct.
Very cool.
I think they came out with a prototype in 65, I believe. It was a little bit different, but they played off of that to do the 66 and 67s.
Wow. Look at this. I love this emblem.
You know, that's called a Fratzog, Fratzog.
Ah.
That triangular area in the center.
Yeah.
And that's just a Dodge emblem.
Right. Now, I know how you got counterparts in the Dodge and the Plymouth. Most of the time, you know, a lot of them will have, you know, the one version of one and one version of the other. But is there really a Plymouth version of the Charger?
No.
It's one that's just a Dodge thing, right?
Right. Plymouth, the body size back in 66 and 67 was either the Belvedere or the Satellites, but both of those had the same roof line, much different than the Charger.
Right. Wow. So I'm seeing 440 Magnum on here. So this has a 440 Magnum engine.
That's correct.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at that. Hey, y'all, check it out. Listen to that. Oh, love this Magnum 440 Magnum. What a sweet engine. These things are incredible. Love it. Now, so Lawrence, what was the horsepower rating on these 440 Magnum?
It's 375.
Wow. That's a pretty impressive amount of power for a car. Yeah, I mean, you know, even 67, but that was kind of an arbitrary number, right? They could say whatever they wanted to, basically, couldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the factory rated that due to insurance purposes, you know.
Right. So they had to, you know, they wanted the number to be nice enough for people to want it, but not so nice that they couldn't afford their insurance.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it worked.
It's yeah, because I know a lot of these cars and similar cars, you know, you could have them dynoed and you come up with a completely different different rating, but there's a lot of power in this car.
Yeah, pretty much. It moves a 4,000-pound car pretty good.
Wow. Yeah, and this is a factory air car.
Yes, that's not the original compressor on it.
Okay.
More of an updated compressor, but
Right.
it is a factory air-conditioned car.
Wow. That's so cool. Very cool. She sounds great. All right, let's check out the interior on this beauty. Wow. So very cool. I tell you, the 1960s just had absolutely awesome styling. I mean, I love the 50s, love the 60s. You know, I love an early 70s car, but the dashes just were not nowhere near as cool as these 60s, you know?
Yeah, everything started going like a generic style.
Yeah. And you start losing a lot of the chrome, the trim and stuff. This is just beautiful.
One thing unique to the 66, 67 Chargers is the dash lighting system. It's called electroluminescent.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of real cool in the evenings when you turn it on. It really glows.
Electroluminescent. That's cool. Very, very neat. Now, I was noticing something about this car. Power windows.
Yeah,
wow.
That's somewhat of a rarity.
Yeah, I bet. That's just awesome. Love the color. Love that you can put these seats down. So it's divided seats in the back. It's not truly a bench seat.
No. And you can actually let down the back panel behind the seat where you can have full access from the trunk.
Wow. That's awesome. Very cool. And that, you know, as far as a two-door goes, that's pretty easy to get into.
Yeah,
compared to a lot of cars.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess the high roof line also helps
right
on the Charger.
That's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like that console. Love these lights. I was noticing that in a lot of the MoPars I've been filming. This interior light there on the side of the tunnel there. That's very cool. Love it. Beautiful. So this is a pretty rare car in general, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
So I'm reading that in '66 they put out, oh goodness, over 30,000 of them. What was it, 30-some thousand?
That sounds about right. I haven't looked up the...
Yeah, like around 37,000, something like that. But '67, there wasn't even 16,000 of them made. I really don't know the reason for the drop-off, but so the '67 Charger is probably, just by year, the most rare Charger there was.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, because like the numbers, you know, probably half as many built. That year they came out with the Cornet RT 440, which a lot of people like the hardtop style better than the Charger's roof line.
Right.
Being the same.
So now this configuration with the 440 automatic, about how many of those were made?
562.
Wow.
Out of 15,000, so it's pretty much a rarity.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I wonder how many are left.
Good question.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no way to actually know that.
Well, there's
real
probably
number.
a registry but even that's not real accurate.
Right. Well, it certainly is a gorgeous car. So this is how the iconic Charger got started. I mean, I know this is the second year, but you know they look basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know most people when they think of a classic Charger, maybe their mind goes more to the '68 970s.
Yeah,
but this is where it all began.
Yeah, there were a lot more of those built, but you know, and this was built for the racetrack actually.
Yeah. Wow, and it had a lot of success on the racetrack.
Oh yeah, David Pearson won the championship one year.
Wow.
I think '66.
That's awesome. Such a gorgeous ride.
They actually had to put a little bit of a spoiler on the back end of it. Back in those days, I think that's maybe where the spoiler issue got started in NASCAR because they had some issues with the handling on it.
Okay. Wow. Well, it's a beauty, brother. Thank you so much for sharing your car with us. It's always good to talk to you, my friend. And we'll see y'all in the next one.
Okay, thanks very much, Andy.